Hey everyone, this is Chef Steven. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be using some leftovers to make dinner. Now leftovers are everyone's favorite thing, said no one ever, but we gotta use them up. So today we're making some stuffed bell peppers. Now we've got a few ingredients in front of us, so I'm going to show you how to make a fast, easy meal and make it taste like $1,000,000. So let's get started, shall we? Now one of the very first steps to make your stuffed bell peppers, obviously, is to open your bell peppers. This is really easy. All you're gonna do, get your knife, be very careful. What I like to do is I like to kind of point it away from me, and I'll kind of cut into it a little bit. If you need your cutting board, just to be careful, make sure you do that. Now, as you can see, you got your knife inside your bell pepper. We're just gonna turn it, and that's all you gotta do. Next step, just remove your center cap. So as you can see, now you have a cap, you have your little bowl, all your seeds. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of, with your fingers, just kind of try to get rid of them. Now you can save the seeds and plant them, and that way you can have like a little bell pepper garden in your backyard, but that's totally up to you. Worst case scenario, just throw them away. So now we're gonna do two more. Now that we've cut our bell peppers open, it's time to make our stuffing. Now again, you can use quite a bit when it comes to making your stuffing for your bell peppers. However, today we're using a little leftover chicken. We're going to use some tomatoes, a little bit of some garbanzo beans, olives, basically whatever I can get my hands on. Now traditionally it calls for rice, and that's cool, but today we're changing it up a little bit, just kind of the way I like to do it here at home. So let's get a little bit of some oil into our pan. We're going to let that get nice and hot. Let it come up to a nice little quick smoke. I like to use grapeseed oil, but use whatever you want really. So first things first, let's cook off a little bit of some broccoli. All right, next we're going to add a little bit of some black olives, a little bit of our garbanzo beans, and our stewed tomatoes, along with our chicken. We're going to let that all cook down to make a nice little thick sauce, if you will. All right, now you can see that we're starting to get that nice little stew-like consistency with our pan. Everything's cooking down together. The stewed tomatoes are going to make it nice and saucy. Here in a little bit, once all the vegetables get nice and soft, we're going to add a little bit of some cheese to help thicken that up. Now, if you don't want to add cheese, by all means, don't worry about adding any cheese. But this is just something that I've got in my pantry, well, in my refrigerator, so let's go with that. As you can see, our sauce is starting to thicken up a little bit from our tomato juice. We're going to add about a cup and a half of shredded mozzarella cheese, and we're going to just kind of let that all thicken up and melt down together, and it'll make it nice and creamy. Now, as you can see, you've got your sauce thickening up. And this is what you want right there. If you want it a little bit thicker, add a little extra cheese. If not, we are ready to stuff some peppers. Now for the fun part, let's stuff our peppers. I think we made a little too much filling, but you know what? That's totally cool, because what we're going to do is we're going to put that on the bottom and we'll eat as much as we can. Whatever we have left over, this would make some killer tacos, wrap it up in a tortilla, throw some avocado. Trust me, it'll be really good. So with all that being said, let's stuff these peppers. Now the time's come to throw these bad boys into the oven. As you can see, they're nice and stuffed. I put the caps back on. I ended up putting all the rest of the filling in the bowl because I want it to all cook down, let all those flavors marry together. We have our oven preheated to about 400 degrees. We're gonna let it roast for about 15, 20, maybe even 25 minutes, and we're gonna check it after that. Now it's been about 20 minutes since we got our peppers into the oven. What you're starting to see is you're starting to get some of that roast right there. Now a lot of the times you'd want to cover your pan up with foil and let it steam. The reason why I'm not doing this right now is just because all the liquid that we have in our sauce is going to help cook and steam it inside the oven. But as you can see, you're getting a little bit of that steam. You're getting some of that cook on your pepper. This, to me, is a good time to add a little more cheese. And of course, this is after about 20 minutes in the oven. Now I'm going to cover it with even more cheese and put that back in for another 15 minutes. Now we've had our peppers in the oven for about 40-45 minutes. As you can see, you got that nice brown top. It's roasted, it's soft, it's hot as can be. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of that, but it is now time to plate up. Now, so as you can see, now we've got our peppers ready to eat. It's going to be really hard to kind of cut into all that, but we're just going to take a little bit off the top and see if we can do this. Delicious. I am very happy with this. I'm gonna have even more fun cutting into this and eating the rest of this. I might even eat 2 of these peppers. Well, I save one for my wife, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something. Again, when it comes to doing these recipes, keep it as simple as possible. You don't have to go all out, get all these crazy ingredients. Just make it easy on yourself, you know. I'm kind of showing you the basics of making these recipes. The rest is up to your imagination. So, thanks again. Tell all your friends. Help me spread the good food word. And I'll catch you next time. All right, now that we've finished our stuffed peppers, make sure that you go to chefstevengonzalez.com or Amazon. This recipe is not in my cookbook, Get Your Grub On, but since we're all stuck at home, I've got 125 recipes in here, 256 pages, a little bit of everything for you, so that way you can get your grub on.